Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are here. You're with me, the Farm Sim God. Back on Lone Oak. It is the second day of spring. Oh, it's joyous, the second day of spring. Which means we can do some field work. And it means we've got some new toys. I played through the last of winter off camera, and I played through the first day of spring off camera because it pretty much was exactly the same as the last stream I did. It's basically me just selling stuff because unfortunately the snow stuck around quite persistently. As you'll already notice, we've got some new toys. We've got two new ploughs sat here. Ooh, ploughs. New ploughs. What else does that mean? Well, we've got a couple of other new things. Now, you may remember in the last stream, I bought myself a trailer. It's down here. It's not the best trailer in the world, I'll be quite honest. It's one I bought purely and simply because there seemed to be a big lack of class trailers, and in the class DLC none of the trailers in the class DLC can actually pull transport normal crops. They're all designed for forage harvesting, so they only transport forage crops. So basically, if I wanted a class trailer, I had to get myself a mod. So I downloaded that one. Then I was looking at this thing. Thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll get one of these. Fortunately, you can't change the colours on it. So I was like, not so good. But of course, on Wednesday, after I'd made my discovery that I couldn't actually get a class trailer that does all the crops, because these two only do the forage stuff, I contacted Stevie of Farm Sim Modding Stevie fame, the guy behind the Fenton Forest map for FS19, loads of other mods for FS19, and of course lots of maps and mods for FS17, and I asked him if he would consider maybe making a trailer for us class players, class DLC owners, who wanted a trailer that would transport everything. And believe it or not, he's brought one out. Now, this is a separate mod pack. This is all the auto load stuff that has been updated now, apparently, to work with the game. The global auto load script. This is the Fleagle auto load pack. So if I quickly, briefly go into trucks, there should be a load of new man trucks in here. Cargo liners that do auto-loady stuff. Would do indeed, lot. But I don't need one of them. We've also got, obviously, Scania truck. We've got the new Mercedes truck that I'm trying out. Thinking of adding this onto Greenwich Valley. A couple of different little trucks. Truck mods. Obviously, we've got Creepy over there that everyone's familiar with. The R730. And then, obviously, we've got this version here, which doesn't have Creepy in it. But back to the trailers, we've got, so Stevie, the great, wonderful modder Stevie, big shout out to Stevie, big thank you to Stevie, has brought us this lovely class. And you can colour change it if you wanted, you can make that class if you wanted, you can make the rims, honestly, you could do it however you wanted. And obviously, some people said straight away, we're like, why is there colour selection if it's class? That makes no sense. The way I look at it is it's future-proofed. Because there's obviously, for people who know, there are a series of so this will do 60,000 or 90,000 with the extension. No obvious difference, but I would probably just get it in regular 60,000 litre capacity. I would get the covers so that it says class on the top. So I'm going to buy one of them. I've got the money. We'll go to the store and fetch it. Does mean I'm going to sell off that other one. People don't really need it. Right, so that trailer's gone. We've got a new one at the store to go and fetch. We've also got some other new toys to play with that I've been buying. We've got a new planter ready for the coming year. The John Deere DB60. Bought one of those. We've also got this John Deere seeder here as well. I've bought this and replaced the Horse Pronto. Got rid of that and replaced it with this, which is 14.4 meters, which is obviously quite an upgrade. And then I've got, obviously, you already seen I bought the Class 960 in the last video, in the last stream. I've now bought two more. Exactly the same configuration, same weight. And on the back, we've got brand new cultivators. We've got the Knockling All-Rounder, which is a 14.5 meter cultivator. So we've got 3 of those. And then obviously we've got this little bad boy over here, the 870, which I'll probably use to go and get the trailer from over here at the store. Yeah, we've got brand new cultivators, because obviously, as well as new vehicles, what I've done off camera is buy more fields. We now own field 26, and we now own fields 48 and 49 as well. Basically, what I've done for the last 2 days is sell lots of fertiliser, lots of seed, sold nearly all my silage at the BGA. Reminds me I do need to bring my truck back from the BGA. She's looking a bit battered and knackered. One interesting thing I did discover with this truck, there is a bit of an issue with this mod, the man kipper on the mod hub. If it rains or snows, obviously the windscreen wipers come on, and obviously you would expect, looking at this, the windscreen wipers to go, you know, from my perspective, as I'm looking at this, left to right. Yeah, you would expect that across the windscreen. However, what actually happens is the entire wipers rotate down, so they're actually off the side of the truck down near the bottom of the bumper. So yeah, the wipers are a bit broken on this particular mod. I can't, unfortunately, take it back to the store. I'll pick that trailer up with this truck. Otherwise I would have took this truck. Now we've got a couple of new ploughs as well. We've got the 2 Grizzlies, which you just saw, sat by the fermenting machine. So they're big ploughs, which I will be using. Like I say, one of the things I have been doing as well, because I've bought new fields, and whilst I was waiting for the snow to disappear, I was doing my terrain adjustmenting and altering and reshaping and landscaping and everything. I've basically gone round and done every field I own, put new edges on it, made some quite significant changes. The sizes of field, shapes of field, like you'll see it down here. We've moved obviously quite a long way away from the edge, and obviously I've had the guy, the 7R over here with its 6 metre subsoilery thing. Again, gone down here, look, put a fresh new edge on this field, moved it away from the telegraph poles. I've put an edge along here to again hopefully stop the machines from field hopping. You can see new edge as well, all down there. Keeps it away from the buildings. I've put a new edge on this field. Field 30. And obviously we come all the way down here. Nice little bit over here where we've extended field 30 over. Made it a little bit wider. Obviously field 30 is now part of field 31. So it's just one big field. And then we've got field 39, which is the grass field, which I'm currently in the process of extending. So hence I am ploughing it, making it bigger. There's a bit in the middle I need to sort out, or did sort out, because there was quite an area where it wasn't actually like proper field. It was just painted grass, so I've ploughed all that. I think basically where I took all the trees out here, it wasn't actually like proper field. The field kind of went like here, down here into here, and it kind of went around here into this bit here. So it was like kind of like claw shaped, the field was. Now it's not, because I've obviously ploughed it all through. Field 40 over here. Ploughed new edges on that, made that field a little bit more square. And I've put a new path in at the top here all the way around. Put a headland along here as well. Beautiful. Put a headland all the way around this field as well, field 49, including when we get down here towards the lone oak, which the map gets its name from. I've even painted around that, give myself a bit more room. And also again, make sure when we're working this field, or field 42, but again, the AI workers, if I use AI workers, won't stop and freak out because of the tree. I'm still giving serious thought though to plough 49 and 42 together, literally join them, you know. Literally goes like straight up here, join it to this field. You'd basically lose this little path all the way around the outside. What I could then do is run a path down by the cattle barn around and join it up on the side. Still enable me easy access for getting to like Lone Oak and Hollister stores. There was also the option that I would just I'll join field 42 to 49 here, and then put a path in to the right and separate 49. Basically cut field 49 in half, more or less, here in two. This bit would then join into field 42. This bit then would stay separate, maybe as a grass field, because I'm thinking of losing this as a grass field. and using that for placeables and sheds. Now I've got more vehicles, more equipment. I do need some more storage places. I could do with some sheds. Do with some sheds, like laddie. Do with some sheds. No sheds. Now, another thing I managed to do last night during my County Lines multiplayer streaming session, I got to test some. I got to do a bit of a test on the class 5000 Xerion. The big tractor in the class DLC. I don't own one on this map yet, and having discovered what I discovered last night, I don't know if I will own one on this map or not. Basically, this thing here comes in two options. You got the 435 horsepower version, which is the 4000, or you can have the 5000, which bumps it up to 530 horsepower. And you think 530 horsepower is quite a lot. And basically, 530 horsepower would let you use, like, you wouldn't be able to use that, but you would be able to use the Salford 6-metre plough, and some of the other bits and pieces. You'd be able to use, like, the John Deere 5-section, some of these other ploughs. Mainly though cultivators. Cultivators are quite power hungry, like the Cruiser 12, 500 horsepower. The Swifter, 500 horsepower. The Flexi Coil, 500 horsepower. So you would think, okay, they all require 500 horsepower. That class tractor, big boy, the 5000 series, at 530 would be able to pull those quite happily with 30 horsepower to spare. If you think that, you would be thinking wrong. The class Xerion actually has the wrong, well, it doesn't so much have the wrong torque scale in it. The torque scale in it is correct for the horsepower. However, what I discovered last night was that things like the 8R, the 8RT, and a lot of the other tractors in the base game have the wrong torque scale. So, for example, the 8R in its 450 horsepower. This is what I did a test on last night. The John Deere 8R, John Deere 8R, in a 450 horsepower configuration, is the largest it goes up to, has a torque scale of 2.8 something, which actually means that that value there on the screen, 450, ignore that, because basically in a mod, what happens is, in the engine configuration, the torque scale is what determines the actual horsepower. And if you go into your vehicle debug screen, that's the value you see is determined by the torque scale. So the torque scale on this John Deere, as I say, is 2.825 or something like that, which actually, when you check, go into like the, if I show you quickly on a vehicle, I can show you on a vehicle. There's a wonderful thing using the development mod thing. Hop into this one. You can jump in here and you could put the put this physics screen on, and basically if you look at available power, this has 295 horsepower, which if we go into this screen, have a look, 295 horsepower. So the torque scale for this tractor is correct, and that gives you, as I say, 205 horsepower. Let's find a John Deere, shall we? One of the 8R, the 8R. Heck, even this will work. Available power 366 horsepower on 7R. Have a look, 7R. 352 is its maximum horsepower. 352 on this screen. Yeah, it's actually got 366. Nearly 367 horsepower. So the John Deere tractors actually appear, or are, more powerful in-game than they are actually supposed to be. On the store page, when you check the store. And it's the same for the... If I go to the 8R, this will be a good example. £665 horsepower. 665 horsepower available power. This machine's only supposed to have 450 in the store. So what I discovered last night when I was playing on county lines was this machine is capable of pulling the cultivators that require 500 horsepower. It pulls them perfectly fine, quite happy, pulls them, you know, all the, you know, no issues at all. So, you know, we look at cultivators. The Cruiser 12 pulls it along quite happily, 15 kilometres an hour. The Swifter pulls that along perfectly happily, 15 kilometres an hour. The Flexi Coil pulls that along, 15 kilometres an hour, perfectly fine, even though officially the John Deere 8R has 50 horsepower less than these cultivators require, whereas the Class Xerion, it can't pull any of those cultivators anywhere near that speed. Now, what were my Grizzlies? My Grizzlies require 375 horsepower. So the 7R is a little bit underpowered. Only a little bit. But underpowered enough that it might struggle. Depends which, obviously, which 7R I go for, I suppose. I go for custom modding 7R. Custom modding 7R's got more power. Oh, interesting choice then. What we'll do though is we'll use both tractors to pull. I know technically speaking the 8R. What's that other plough require? Only 100. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to swap. I'm going to put this 7R on that plough. And then I'm going to put the 8R on a Grizzly, put the other 7R on a Grizzly, so we can get the rest of these fields all ploughed. Because I need to start getting lime spreading done as well. We'll take this bad boy out of the way. Just we'll use him for a Grizzly, which makes more sense as he's got, you know, 650 horsepower effectively. Okay, that glitched out. Oh, I've messed up. I didn't mean to plough that bit of the field. Didn't mean to plough that bit of the field, coach. I'll probably end up ploughing that whole lot now. So, we'll go grab grizzlies. Grizzlies. Like I say, the field situation is lime. Sorry, no. Yeah, lime. Lime's needed. Got to do a whole lot of lime spreading today as well as ploughing. But I need to get the ploughing started, so the lime spreader, because obviously if I lime spread whilst we've got the patchy crop failure everywhere, it doesn't really work. Like I say, I was thinking maybe possibly digging up a lot of the land in front of the I need sheds basically to put all this wonderful stuff in. And again, shed placeables. We've got the open curve steel sheds with doors, and I probably wouldn't use alien gyms on this particular map. We've got this lovely, obviously for the Fenton Forest fans out there, Stevie's released his original open-ended double trailer thing, so I could get some of that. It just means that basically this grass field is going to disappear, or at least for the most part it will probably disappear. So anyway, new big boy ploughs, look, 14 meters. I don't know where I found this mod. Don't know where I got this mod from. I thought it was on the mod hub. Turns out it's not. I learnt that last night as well when I was playing Lone Oak, when I was playing County Lines. So it's not on the mod hub. I thought it was. I thought that's where I downloaded it from, but apparently not. So I have no idea. I have no idea where I got that from. If anybody knows where I downloaded the Grizzly plough, let me know. That way then I can tell everyone else where to get it. I need a track. I need to make the other 7R. He's in here. So obviously I've got the John Deere 5010, which is a 60,000 litre capacity trailer, which is going to be very useful obviously when we're doing the harvest, attached to a John Deere. Now, Custom Modding have updated their 7R tractor, 8R tractor, and released those on their Facebook page for PC players. The console version is coming and will be on the mod hub at some point down the road. PC players obviously may want to get it directly from the Custom Modding Facebook page, because then you get the proper Firestone, Michelin, Goodyear tyre brands, whereas if you wait to download it from the mod hub, you will get, you know, Lizard, Trelleborg, Mitas, you know, the made up fake imaginary tyre companies, because obviously the brand licensing restrictions. Obviously if you're a console player, PS4 or Xbox, you have no choice but to wait for the mod hub release, which should be in a couple of weeks according to Custom Modding, providing everything goes okay through Giants testing. So you'll get the American 7R and 8R. The 8RT is still a work in progress. They're still working on that. The 8RT is not ready to go yet, the update for that. But one of the cool things about the new updated version of the 7R, 8R is you can actually now equip these with a front loader. You can actually put a front loader attachment on there and use these with, like, you know, a front loader. You can have buckets, forks, spikes, whatever on the front, which makes those tractors very, very impressive. Because there's not many large tractors in the game that you can put, you know, front loader onto. So we're rocking the class DLC, and good afternoon, Mr. Jacob. Welcome to the stream. We'll use one of the fancy new class 960s. As I say, 3 identical tractors, all pulling the same knuckling cultivator. I have got these fields over here lime spreaded, so these ones are ready to cultivate. Should I say titivate? That was a word I remembered last night when I was on Giants forums talking about the class 5000, the issues, the problems with the class 5000. Again, get a worker going. Like I say, they shouldn't jump across fields now, because obviously we've got new fancy field edges. I still wasn't quite sure what to do with field 26 and whether or not to chop this bit off and do away with this bit of the field here and use that again for putting sheds in and stuff, and maybe extend field 26 this way, take advantage of this extra bit of land down the side here, make the field a little bit longer, wider, however you want to, however you determine that. Okay, he's still missing the bits at the bottom. Not quite happy there. I don't suppose for one sec I actually haven't put a new edge. I suppose that's because I haven't put a new edge on the bottom here yet. I was going to go around and just put a little thin strip of grass top and bottom of every field, and then it transitioned to path rather than it being straight field to path. Looks a bit more natural. Like this field doesn't look quite as natural when it just goes straight to field to gravel. It would look better if it had a little bit of a grass trim round it, but it is what it is now. So we've got another one. So I've got the 3 cultivators. As I say, I got rid of the Vader stat one, the 8-meter cultivator that we used previously. Sold that, and I've bought 3 of these 14-meter ones. So should hopefully, fingers crossed, see the field's getting done quicker. Like I say, this is field 29, which obviously got expanded. Got new edges, much bigger field now. I've also moved it away from the stream at the end. Right, so we need to get back to doing the old lime spreading. So the next field that needs lime spreading is 26, 32. Gotta wait for the trouble is I've got to wait for fields to be ploughed, haven't I? Gotta wait for fields to be ploughed. Could do the bottom of field 30, but I might need to go back and just do some little dots, look. Little dots of land. How's the grass? We are ready to do mowing as well. Our spring mowing is ready. Second day of spring. Fields 41, 33, 34 and 35 are ready to mow. Tough. That's a tough one. See, up here, he's reaching the edge of the field correctly because this is a new edge. Same on that side. He reaches the edge of the field because it's all magic. I mean, this field all looks to be I'm going to lime spread it. I don't think there is any missed bits as such. I think just where I've painted along the bottom edge of the field, that'll get cleared up next time we work the field. So we're slowly adding all the lovely some of the class DLC. Like I say, I've got that trailer to go pick up from the store. If I hire a worker, I can go do that quickly. Now I bought an 870 because it's 295 horses under the hood. Didn't buy a front weight for it though. Possibly thinking I should have a front weight for it. I'll grab one of those when I'm at the store. Because what I plan to do is use one of these for like baling. I know technically speaking I should then probably have a class baler. However, none of the class balers are what I would consider... I would need to tweak them. If I was to use one of the DLC class balers, I would need to tweak it in Giant's Editor. I would need to make the pickup a little bit wider so it doesn't miss bits. I would need to kind of adjust that. Obviously, visibly, you wouldn't notice they're any different, but I do make the pickup area a little bit wider. Which is why I'm using that John Deere baler at the minute, because it's got a wider pickup. I was thinking of grabbing one of the high density balers. I'm not sure what colour combination works well with the class, because you can obviously get it in Massey Ferguson, Challenger or Fendt colours and branding. I didn't know whether maybe Challenger and maybe do it in black as opposed to one of the other colours. Again, that's something we can look at the shop in a minute, because obviously the high density baler is faster than my John Deere baler, and it makes bigger high density bales, which would be great for when we're doing the grass and we're doing the straw and things like that. Right, so I want to wait, a class weight for my lovely little tractor. Different, just 900 kilos, nothing fancy. Yeah, so balers, basically at the minute, I'm rocking, I mean, obviously the class baler that comes with the expansion, they're just standard, you know, 4,000 litre square baler, 4,000 litre round baler. Nothing fancy about the speeds or anything like that. We've got this lovely little trailer pack. I might buy one of these to put on the back of my Scarrock and use this for transporting my eggs. So that's the one I've got currently, which is pretty decent. Obviously, we've got the Heston baler, which makes big square bales. I think there is a modded class. There is a mod for a class baler that I could download, and I could edit that to have a wide pickup if I wanted a wide pickup variation. However, what I could go for, I suppose, is maybe something along the lines of this. Maybe make it Challenger rather than Class. And I could probably get away with that then, as my baler to go on the back of the 870. So many other little toys I want to buy and play with. I also remembered today to add, is it under miscellaneous? Is it under miscellaneous now? Got the car lift, which basically means you could turn any 3-point link, any tractor with a 3-point hydraulic system on the front, you could turn into a forklift. Where is, and is it under front loaders then? Then we got this thing. This is very good. This is very useful for transporting pallets and moving pallets. So again, when I come to do eggs, come to put the eggs on a trailer, having one of those will be fantastic for that. It just means I need to find myself a suitable tractor to equip. And look at that, look at my Fendt trailer. I've got a Fendt trailer. Again, big thank you to Stevie of Farm Simulator mods. Can't remember what his Facebook page is now, but basically the Stevie that we all know and love, who brings us great maps, great mods. Spoke to him I sent him a message on Wednesday asking if he could make a class trailer because the DLC is missing one, and he released this yesterday, so that is quick work. Within 24 hours of me speaking to him, he's made a class trailer. And like I say, when you buy it in the store, you have the option of getting it in 60,000 litre capacity or 90,000 litre capacity. I've gone for 60,000 litres to keep it fairly simple and straightforward, as most of my harvesters tend to be about 30,000 litre capacity. The harvesters that I use, which means I'd be able to empty a harvester twice before I have to empty the trailer. But that could change going forward, because obviously we will be using, this year, we will be using the class harvesters. Oh yes, we'll be getting class harvesters, because obviously lots more fields now. Of course, this tractor does not have front loader options. I may have to buy another tractor. Hold this here for a second. We'll go check up on where my lime spreader got to. For here. He's trying to lime spread, you know what? He's okay to lime spread. There's no patchy crop failure over here, so he can lime spread. Gonna run out of lime though in a minute. Alright, back to the store, buy another load of lime. Go on, Mr. Plough. Go on. Cut on. Oh, he's going to run out before he finishes the field. Damn you. So I'm still thinking, I'm still tempted into buying one of the Class 5000s. However, it's probably not going to be a problem on this map with the implements I'm using. It will handle those cultivators fine. It will do all that stuff. This guy's finished apparently. I don't think he has. Don't think you finished, technically, mate, but, you know. Again, workers always rip me off. Workers are always ripping me off in this game. Of course, all the talk about the class DLC, I forgot to mention that we are running the newest beta build of Seasons as well today. I've updated to version 34, which is more towards the version you're probably going to see on your, or you console players are going to see arriving on your PlayStations and Xbox. The reason I say that is when I opened up the placeable item that comes with Seasons, the one placeable that is in the Seasons mod, they've now added the console buffer info type stuff that determines obviously its slot count, how many slots it will take up when it's placed on in your game, whereas before never had that, so it couldn't have been Seasons ready in its previous form because it was lacking that. And they've updated a few other little bits and pieces. I don't think it's going to make any massive changes, the updates between season build 33, which I was using last time I played on the map, and build 34. I don't think there's going to be any noticeable gameplay changes for me. I don't think, but you never know, we might come across something that's new. I must admit, in the winter the snow was behaving quite funny for me yesterday. I wasn't using the latest build yesterday, I was still on build 33, but snow was definitely behaving quite weird, in that it kept appearing and disappearing. If I actually used the console command to clear the snow and remove it, you know, an hour later in game it would reappear. And I was like, no, I've pretty much told, use the command to remove it. So I'd remove it again. I'd use the console command, remove the snow, so I could carry on doing me terrain painting and stuff, me making me field adjustments. And then sure enough, an hour later, the snow would just like that, instantly reappear all over the bloody map. I hope they're going to fix that, because if I choose to remove the snow using the console, I would hope it stays removed. Dude coming in the cultivator. So yes, for science, we did a great experiment last night on county lines and determined a lot of the base game tractors have wrong torque scales, which actually means they're actually more powerful than what they're supposed to be. And newer vehicles, like the class tractors, they have the correct torque scale, so their power is exactly what it says on the tin when you're looking at it in the store, which, like you say, can cause some confusion, because when you buy a tractor to pull a cultivator, you buy it with what you think is enough horsepower to pull the cultivator, and then you find the tractor is limping down the field. I mean, at one point last night, I was cultivating on county lines, and the class 5000 was only doing 1 kilometre an hour with the flexi coil on the back. 1 kilometre per hour. And the reason behind that, like I say, is because although the John Deere 8i is 450 horsepower, it actually has 600 and it has about 600 and so we've cultivated 2 of our fields. I don't know if we're any closer to getting any of them ploughed yet. Like I say, this is this cultivator, for anybody wondering, is not a class cultivator. It's the Knockling All-Rounder. I think it's Knockling All-Rounder that is available to download via the in-game mod hub. I believe it's on consoles as well as PC, I believe, but you know, don't quote me on that, because it's been a long while since I've played Farm Sim 19 on PlayStation, so I wouldn't know what mods are out on PlayStation at this point in time. But I believe you can get this cultivator on the mod hub, and it is, as I say, paintable in all colours, colour variations, so all you class fans can paint it in your class colours and pull it with your class tractors. So this field's now been lime spreaded. Turned off fertiliser, haven't I? I believe the children are the future. No. I believe I really should fertilise before I cultivate. Or I'm supposed to fertilise before I cultivate. But I'm going to go ahead and cultivate. Sorry. If I want to get the correct fertilisation stage, I should have fertilised before cultivating. But I really do need to get on and get cultivating done. Because obviously we need to be in a position where tomorrow, third and final day of spring, we can seed. Like I say, I have got the new seeder over there, the John Deere one, and I've got the DB120 planter as well. Trouble is, I own what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I own 9 fields now for crops. Probably do with another seeder, and then they do 3 fields each. Would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Field 40. Again, I can't cultivate these fields until I've lime spreaded, so I really need to get the lime spreader moving. I've only got the one lime spreader, and that's holding me back a little bit at the minute. I also didn't finish that field. Oh, is it still filling up with lime? So much to do. I'm so busy. I'm all over the place today. I'm like dog poo. I'm everywhere. Use that old joke. I'm like dog poo. I'm everywhere. Helper C has completed their task. Who is Helper C? Where were you? What were you doing? Have I fed the animals today? No. See, I haven't even fed the animals. Oh my lord. So many. See, this is what happens when you run 3-day seasons. The snow was still here on day 1 of spring. The snow didn't disappear like it should have done. So that kind of messed me up. In fact, that messed me up big time. That field's been lime spreaded. Maybe it's that guy. Yes, that guy has finished ploughing. Excellent work. We'll take him down and let him start doing field 26 then, because that needs to be ploughed. Then we can get that lined. I know technically I need to also come back then and do this entire grass field. Now, one of the things I thought about doing, like I say, was widening this field. Now would be my chance to do that. So I could put a nice edge down here. But actually, I could put a couple of nice little edges. I could put another nice edge then down here as well. Like I say, it makes this field a little bit wider. So should I decide, chop this bit of the field, do away with this bit of the field completely and use this for sheds and buildings, I could do that. And it would all be gravy. It would all be gravy. I think 9 fields is a good amount of fields for me to have on this map. I don't think I would want more than 9 fields. With 3-day seasons. Because the winter just makes it very, very hard to get everything done. If I could work my fields through the winter, I would be able to own more fields. So yeah, this works quite well because then this makes the field that nicely little bit bigger. Oh, wow, that guy missed a bit. Could well be. Could well be. Of course, I've painted along the top edge of this field. Probably gonna have to come down here now with the thingy tool. Oh, look at that, look. Paint tool can't get there. Now it can. I was worried there for a second. Thinking, oh, that's broken. Get to the edge of the map. Done. Right, who else has finished then? Hey, he's blocked apparently. Of course you're going to be blocked, helper, eh? You're trying to drive through my my little machine. Little cat. Right, you reckon you claim you've finished, but I don't think you have. For a start, you've missed a bit down the edge of this field. What you've missed along the top edge of the field. Possibly where I've painted and the field's gone a bit wibbly. Wibbly, wibbly, wobbly, wobbly, woo. So, lots of ploughing to do. And there's little bits on the edges of the fields, look, we've missed. Those. Whilst I'm here, I can do that one. Can't remember what it looked like at the top of the field. Did I do the top of the field? Or did I not? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. Technically, we could spray these fields now. If we wanted to. spray them, lime them, then cultivate them. Okay, it's the bottom edge of this field that needed doing. Right, okay. As I suspected. I might need to paint a grass strip along the bottom of this field. It would just break it up from the road, and it'd also, like I say, just give the vehicles that little bit extra buffer to work up to the edge of the field. Yeah, ploughing along quite merrily this is. It should now drive through that, by the way. We'll check the top of the field, make sure we've done a good job of the top of this field. Sure I did. Don't think there's any missed bits along here. We'll let him carry on ploughing. Right, these fields can be sprayed. You can spray. I want to work out where everybody is. Hit the map border there. Right, I'm going to plough all the grass. We'll replant the grass on this field. You will move potentially out of the way for a minute whilst this guy is spraying. There's my lime spreader. Right, what we'll do as well, whilst I remember, we'll paint the edge. Grass. Breaks up the field, makes it look neater. Perfect. Let the guy lime spread. The worker over here is going to have problems. Dude, you're not even working the field properly. Then carry on. Right, lime spreader is lime spreading. More than merry. Got this field to do. This field to do. Cultivators over there working. Hey, Mr. Liquid Sprayer's over here doing liquid spraying. Which is good. He's getting that up to the right level. Dude's happily cultivating. Have I got all the cultivate? I haven't got all the cultivators in motion. I've still got one over there. Still got one spare cultivator. Can't do that field yet because it needs to be limed. Leave you there for a second. We'll move the trailer out of the way. I love it. Class trailer. Win. We got that one there. We got the John Deere loading wagon in there, where I kept them basically undercover for the winter. Right, before I forget anything else, let's quickly go and feed the animals before I get too carried away with grab the corn first. You know, wonderful little piggies. Rubs up, piggies. Am I feeding them wheat or barley today? Back to canola, because I fed them soybeans yesterday, so we get the lovely benefits of canola today. It's just a choice of wheat or barley then. This little tipper does make it easy though to It's like it's a weekday today. The barley for you guys tomorrow. think putting that little silo in was a great help. Help at eyes blocked by an object. Help at D is blocked by an object. Okay, these two have crashed into each other. Who's doing what? Class is the broken one. Why are you cultivating that field, Mr. Class? Messed everything up now, Mr. Class. Why is he jumped across fields as well? Certainly wasn't meant to do that. Probably. Because although I've painted grass along the bottom edge of that field, I haven't painted grass along the top of this one. And now I've completely ballsed it up. Because I've done it with the controller. Eight now. I didn't really want this guy. I didn't really want them jumping fields. But he's done it anyway. Paint this back in with this one. So, Mr. Lime Spreader has run out of lime, effectively. He's costing me a fortune. He really is. Buying lime ain't cheap, you know. No, technically I've got some pallets in the storage place, but... What's going on over here? Dude, what the fucking hell are you doing? Christ, on a bike. Jumping. Why has he jumped onto that field? Dude, you are seriously flipping retarded. Don't mean that in a negative way. I'm going to try and stop matey jumping across any more fields by doing a headland myself. That should keep him where I want him. Chances are, though, he probably will jump across the field at the bottom. We'll see. If I need to do another headland, I might have to do headlands. That's the only on every field. But the problem is it's hard to do headlands because obviously these machines I didn't bother buying with the GPS. So I can't do perfectly nice and straight edges. But to be fair, dude looks fairly capable. Go get the rest of the lime. I can't believe so many fields needed lime at the same time as well. I don't know quite why that's worked out that way. I wouldn't have thought all these fields needed lime at the same time. Field 4 is next to get the lime treatment. I'll start along the top. I'll do down this side first, then do up by the tree. And that should guarantee this thing stays on this field. Right, you can lime spread. Good boy, off you go. Got a face full of lime then. Right, technically, field 32 where I'm standing now does need to be fertilised again. So I will need to do that. Helper H though is doing a cracking job on my field. Guess what? forgot about the top of said field. Should put an end to it jumping across anywhere down there. Nice wobbly bit of the field, I suppose. Dude. Quickly. Come down here because he was having issues then. Ploughing the other guy's field. Stop. 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 Dude. Dude. This isn't my land. Get me flipping arrested, you stupid fool. Ever possesses the AI to think that's a good idea? We are in Toblerone country again. Field 16 would be maybe a possible purchase option. I could then plough. I could smooth the terrain between the two fields. Not the same as the one you did the other night. No, unfortunately, I didn't like that pasta that I had made for dinner the other night. I'm not going to eat anymore. No, horrible. I didn't like the sauce. I don't know what sauce it was, and which manufacturer out of whatever tin. But yeah, it wasn't for me. Didn't like it. So nice offer for someone to bring me some food whilst I'm streaming, but well, I will give that a pass. Anyway, it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It's a bit late to have a meal like that because, of course, it's Friday, which means it's chippy tea day. So I'll be having chippy tea tonight. Oh. I think I've messed up this field a bit, you know. I'll have to paint the rest of that. Tank is empty. Somebody somewhere has stopped working. Is it you? Run out of lime again. Oh, I'm going to hit the cedar. Can't squeeze through there. Let's buy another load of lime. We're getting through the lime. Our biggest expense so far this year, lime. I don't mind. I don't mind so much. Two Axion 960s together. 5 grand. Each time I fill up with lime, that's 5 grand. Bending is real. Little spotty bits. Tidy up while we're here. I'm doing well though. Great, I'm doing well. Slowly getting through the fields. Jesus, big fielder. Bottom here needs doing next. Yeah. Fairly tall. Fairly tall. We may have to do some adjustments. For some reason I can't back up. Probably to do with that no collision mod thing. It jumps that way. That. I can live with that. This bit's becoming more and more redundant as I do more and more of that. Honestly, think of the bit you could make one huge field out of this. You bought field 17, right? 16 and 8. You joined all these fields together. Around this pond. Make one heck of a field. Right, Helper Eyes completed his task. Which fella here. Few grassy spots. Like I say, we will spray this. We will spray this field. Why Mr. Cultivator felt the need to jump across onto it. The only problem with this map, not the Estancia Pacho problem, where the fields are so close together that the workers just go where they want. They don't respect the boundaries. I think this field's now all complete. Quick look. Few patches down here which must be worked and taken care of. Helper J is still over there ploughing. Worker F doing? Perfect timing. Worker F has completed his task. Almost. You missed a bit though, Worker F. The only trouble with these sort of V-shaped ploughs, they tend to miss bits in the middle of the V. I'm not terribly sure how you would fix that, or whether it is fixable in Giant's editor, unless you make the work area a square, so it kind of completely ignores the visual V shape of the tool. I wanted to do this bit. Oh, well done. What is the point of joining a stream, you knobhead? To say something like that. That's an instant ban straight away. You can't respect the channel's rules, you can do one. So goodbye. Alexis59, you complete and utter tool. Thanks for stopping by and getting yourself banned, knobhead. Anybody else wants to join the channel and use profanity? Feel free to get whacked with the ban hammer. You know, channel is PG for a reason. Farming simulator streams are family friendly. Can't respect that. Go somewhere else. I might change the channel's follower only mode again. I decreased it recently. You had to you used to have to have followed the channel for a certain certain number of minutes before you could post anything, and it kind of prevented people from doing that very thing, from just following and then obviously saying abusive stuff and foul and using foul language in the chat. But then some people were like, oh, I haven't been able to speak for 10 minutes. I haven't been able to chat for 10 minutes. But I might put the follower mode back up. At the moment it's about 20 seconds or so, but it gives people a chance to jump in and be abusive. So, whereas if they have to wait 10 minutes to be abusive, they generally get bored. Trolls generally get bored very quickly. Whereas at least the genuine followers and chatters will stick around. Actually, I could probably do that now while I remember. So it's now in 2 minutes follower only mode. So you have to have followed for a minimum of 2 minutes before you can type anything in the chat. Okay. That'll keep people like Raging Alexis 59 from trolling and being wankers. I'm quite surprised though that the this Nightbot isn't enabled, which it should be. I don't even remember where you go to see what you've added. Now I've found it. We'll add that back to the old stream. Spam, is it spam protection? And we'll add it in there too. Problem solved. So apologies for anybody who was viewing the stream at that point when we got that trolling person. So I don't normally... I'm still building up my moderator thing and trying to catch... People come up with creative ways to try and say stupid things. So I try to ban them as I catch them and add them to my auto mod lists. You've sprayed. Over here. Hey, what is going? What possesses the AI worker to drive all the way down here? It would be nice as well if Twitch implemented a feature where if a streamer bans a person from their channel, that Twitch look at it and determine whether or not that person should get further punishment. Like, for example, someone that joins a stream to tell the streamer to and basically suck a part of their anatomy should just get banned from Twitch. Not just from the channel, they should get banned completely from Twitch. I think Twitch should be a little bit firmer as well as of implementing age restrictions on who can create Twitch accounts. Make sure that, you know, the people creating accounts on Twitch are over a certain age, so that they can actually be held legally accountable for what they say in a streamer's chat. Require everyone who creates a Twitch account enter their credit card information. That would stop all the children from using Twitch, because they wouldn't have credit cards. It would also ensure it would be easier then for the people to sub channels if they had a payment, were forced to have a payment system on file. I know people could still use their Amazon Prime subs for their free sub, which if you want to use an Amazon Prime sub, feel free to do so. I'm quite happy to welcome Amazon Prime subscriptions to the channel. And of course, donations are more than welcome as well. So what we'll do is we'll move the 8R over now. We'll get him to do the... This is the last of our... The last of our fields, I think. You can plough that. let him spray this field. He won't get the field finished, I don't think. Hold that plough up, take it back to the farm. I think we're done with this little 6 metre one. And we'll put this back into the old storage. I might be tempted to sell this, you know, and get another grizzly. So we've got 3 grizzly ploughs and 3 of the Knockling cultivators to speed up getting some of this work done. Now I've got a feeling, you know, I got a feeling that we didn't feed the chickens. Whilst he's lime spreading that field, go get some barley for them this time. Oh, another thing I'll do. Move these egg pallets. Egg pallets for the win, baby. Reversing like a boss. The chickens eat quite a lot. Massive amounts of stuff. Cultivate this field. can't remember what fields I've done and what fields I haven't done. That field is cultivated. Lime spreader has run out of lime. Has he? No, lime spreader hasn't run out of lime. Fertiliser spreader's run out of liquid fertiliser. So we will have to go grab some liquid fert. Good little I will fertilise the grass field as well. We'll do that in a few moments. Empty bottles. I need to take some of them out at some point. I wonder when the Amazon delivery comes, if it's not already here. Could already be here, of course. I did kind of oversleep today. Well, didn't really so much oversleep as I went to bed at 6 AM this morning. And then I woke up at about 12, at 12 noon. Which is why I was 2 hours late starting this stream. Mr. Grizzly is running around with his plough, more than happy. The lime spreader has run out of lime. Don't think all of the field needs fertilising. Could be wrong. Might just be the new bit of the field. Where we also need to lime spread. So all of this is done. Sprayed. Okay, like I say, this bit here wasn't originally a field, so most likely going to be all this bit that needs fertiliser putting on it. That. I don't know which fields now need to be sprayed and which ones don't. These ones will get the fertilisation when we hit right, so I need to go now, get this guy, refill him, another 5 grand's worth of lime. Oh. Wow, didn't quite make it all the way to the edge of the field there. Possibly means, rather than taking the plough back there to sort that out, I might just terrain tool it. This way keeps it simple. Stupid. Stops the future. The plough won't even get to that bit then, because it'll see the field edges a lot earlier. Follow the path round that I've provided. As I say, don't know if we're going to get any mowing done this year or not. If we do, it's probably going to be only in the summer. Don't really have time to do mowing now, as well as try and get all of this done. He's been over here for a while now. What's his problem? Ah, that's his problem. That's his damage. You've also not done this bit here. I know I should have removed those trees really and just as I say, made this field one big square field. But alas, I didn't, so you guys will have to just put up with that. Just a sprayer I've put down here ready to spray. Can't do that field till it's limed, same as that one. Could have maybe taken that, rounded it. I might be able to do some more with this field yet, seeing as we do require lime spreading. 29 needs to be sprayed again, but let this guy get up to the top of the field. Back this way. Down to there. That bit. Like so. What I can do is I can bring the plough more or less down here. Make the field in there. Makes it a bit more interesting then. You are a cultivator. We've reached the edge of the map. Here be monsters. So yeah, there are some further expansion options I could look into. Like I say, field 16 there would be a good option. Work around this lake then, this pond. Might as well refill with lime now, as we've only got 4% remaining. And then I can set him to work doing the grass field. Definitely been at this for a couple of hours now. I know I'm only playing in real time, but rather than 5 times or whatever, but I really need to get all the field work done today, so tomorrow I can do all the seeding. Help us see. Who is it? Help us see. Full of helpers that it could be. It could be that fella. Be that fella. Just don't know. Finances. How much have we spent today then? On basically lime. 35 grand so far on lime. We sniffed that, is it, eh? Soon adds up. It just kind of caught me by surprise that so many fields of our fields have needed to be lime spreaded at the same time. No, that's the screen I did want to be on. Do. Start him off working. Later by any any chance? You are a cultivator. Have you finished cultivating? More or less. What's going on with Mr. Lime Spreader? Kind of stopped. Carry on ploughing. So why have you stopped? The only thing I can think of is he thinks it doesn't need lime. It always needs lime. This guy doesn't want to lime spread this field. A little bit annoying. Guess it means we're doing it freehand. Worker just will not work. work or will not work. So I have to do it manually. Mr. Cultivator's there ready to then do this field once we've limed it. Things I need to check. Grass. 3 degrees. So yeah, it's plenty warm enough to plant the grass. Get the cultivator cultivating and then get the grass planted. We might possibly get a harvest off this field then by the end of the year. We are going to have to do a little bit on this field once he's finished ploughing. Might as well stay up here for the moment. Or I'm going to run in elsewhere. And of course I get Mr. Axion. I don't see how you can possibly have finished. Now he should work it. Now he should manage it. I think it's just because that technically, that bit down this side is off the map. I think the AI can't work that far. Issues because half this field is cultivated. Yeah. Cultivator got a bit carried away, didn't it? Right, I'm just looking at the time. It's 3:05. I am going to have to stop the stream in a little while, in a few minutes, because I do need to head out and do a job. So, some subtle little lumps and bumps in this field. Out all of this. One more quick pass and then I've got to go. So get the pleasantries out of the way. Thank you everyone for watching today's stream. I hope you've enjoyed this stream this afternoon. Like I say, we'll be back online later this evening doing County Lines multiplayer with Mr. Helgi, if he's about and available. We'll be getting some more cultivating done, ready for our final seeding on that map, because we will be switching maps at the end of the 7th year on that particular run. Yeah, seasons. Right. Thank you everybody for tuning in this afternoon. It's been a enjoyable stream. We've been able to do quite a bit of stuff. We've been ploughing, cultivating, fertilising, lime spreading. We've had lots of vehicles in motion, including lots of nice, pretty new class tractors and vehicles. So, definitely looking forward to that. Guy over here. That's the lime spreader. He's done. He's finished. Fertilizer spreader, isn't he? He missed a bit of the field, but we'll let him off. Right, need to get that cultivated next time. Anyway, as I say, thank you everybody for watching. You've been a great audience as ever. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye for now.